Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lena, and I'm back with The Other Kingdom. Now, I know I did not do a review for last week, guys. I was busy. I missed it, and I finally caught up on Friday to watch the episode that I missed on Sunday. But I'm back with this new review for this episode, and I saw what happened with the forest about to die. Where are the fairies gonna go? That's what they continued on from last week's episode, so now it's on this episode. But before I mention, I want you guys to go subscribe to our new channel because we are moving, and in the future I will be moving the Other Kingdom reviews to that new channel, but not just yet. Go subscribe, to the links in the description below. Okay, now let's get started. So Asher was basically like, Mr. Quince cannot do this, don't do this. So he's like, I can't do this, it's okay. And she's like, it's gonna hurt the animals. And he's like, cool. It's cool. It's no endangered species there that's gonna hurt it bad. We need this research center. So she was like, no, 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 no. So then Devin was talking how he had vinegar and water. That's his cleaning equipment. That's what he used to clean, but he's not gonna tell nobody. We use vinegar all the time to clean stuff. So then he got a call from Haley, and she's like, you do equipment manager for Tristan? And she's like, oh wait, I mean a gymnastics team, but really I mean Tristan. So then he was like, yeah, and he needed an assistant. Well, he don't need one. She just inserted herself as his assistant basically. So meanwhile, Devin's dad was trying to tell them it's okay, you know, the woods has a location, they gotta build a center there, and you know, they got one last meeting at City Hall, and then the bulldozers come in. And Brundoni almost choked. He's like, bulldozers? What? So now they gotta figure out a way to do this. And Athenia, Winston is playing a game, and Peace Bomb's like, what's that? You should need to play with me. So she's like, what's so special about that app? And he's like, it's cool. And he's like, you see one centaur, you see them all. Then she's like, we only got one centaur. So Athenia's not really that cool to him no more. So then she started playing it, but then she's like, wait, I gotta play some more because she lost. So now she's getting addicted, like I do, because I get addicted with this game that came out that like a few years ago, like back in 2013, I think, 2012. Everybody's playing this game called Ruzzles, like a word game, like. I love that game so much, but it takes so much room on my phone, like, Jesus. But I love that game so much. I don't know how it is to get addicted to a game. Meanwhile, Astral and Brendoni, they took Morgan to see the king and queen, and you know what's going to happen. So then Astral was like, ta wata da da na. That's how she got into the little tree hole portal. And then the parents popped out. Morgan's like, oh my god, it's king and queen. So she ran to hug them, but then they disappeared. So she ran to the tree. So then it was like, uh-oh. Then the queen was like, your cheeks are pink. What's wrong with you? So then she told him that it's not safe. So then it's like, the other world's not safe for you coming home. So she was like, no, I cannot run away from my duties. I have to do this. If I'm gonna be a queen, I gotta have to do this. So she's like, okay, then you can stay. But Brendoni, you gotta stay with her too. He's like, dang it, I want to go home. Why do I have to stay? So then he was like, okay. So then Morgan was like so excited that she met them and stuff. So she's like, wait, it's not time to be excited. We gotta do this. And I really like Morgan's hair. It looked cute. They had like the little buns with the braids sticking out. Then they had the little braids. I like that. Me, I'm like, why can't they just move? Like, why can't they just move to another forest that quick? Like, is it really like that? Like, they actually live in that tree. That if it get knocked down, and that's it. That's really odd. Like, they just can't move somewhere else. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so then Devin was like, can I talk to you, Tristan? And he was like, you know, yes, Morgan likes you. She's like, of course she likes me. She's my best friend. But anyway, he wanted to know more about Haley and how to get Haley to like him. So he was like, okay, up to date and stuff. You got to be in charge. So he was going to help him and give him all tips and stuff. So then Haley was just all up into Tristan's face and was like, okay, well, I want to talk to you, Tristan. But then she's like, okay, I'll give you 60 seconds. Go. So then Tristan was giving him some tips, and he was like, go over to Haley, be the man, you know, be in charge. So then Devin was trying to go over there and tell her about the equipment, so then she was just all up in Tristan's face. So then she went over by Tristan. She's like, well, you know what, you should wait 48 hours before you start working on your arms again so you get more muscles. So then she's like, I don't even know how Devin's still alive, because Devin was fooling around, got his hands all tied up in the rackets. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. Then they went to Mr. Quince's meeting, Devin's dad, and Morgan was in Astral and Brendoni. They was like, we gotta ferry things up. So they had to crawl through a vent, which I didn't know why they had to crawl through the vent. Why couldn't they just turn into fairies and fly through the vent? But that was beyond me. I don't know why they did that. Astral and Brendoni was in there, and then they was like, what's wrong with, why are we both in here? Then Brendoni was like, well, I had to stay with you because I gotta protect you. So they was over the meeting room, so she shot down some like sparkly stuff and made the women in there like the other guy named Brian. And it's like, oh my god, Brian, you're so amazing. So they made him do that. So they was laughing, and he was like, local politics drives women crazy. But then the whole ceiling caved in, so they fell through. So they're like, what the heck is going on? So then she glimmered everybody to forget. So then it's like, how did the ceiling fall through? What is going on? I'll be immediately scared, like, there's some supernatural entity in here, and I am leaving because I cannot remember what happened. So That was crazy. The queen was like, we gotta evacuate. And verse 2 was like, where are we going? And it was like, well, spontaneous is the only place to go. So then she's like, or we can get war. Then king was like, against the others? And she's like, yes. So then she's like, no. The queen's like, no, verse 2, if I have any other option, I'm not choosing war. So she's like, she's just a child. How is Astral gonna do this? And she's just doubting them. They need to know that verse 2 is crazy. I'm thinking verse 2 is the king's mistress. I know that sounds kind of crazy because it's a kid's show, but I think that's his side check. Because why is he just let her talk down his kid like that? Like, you don't let somebody talk down your kid. Like, seriously, I wouldn't let nobody do that to my kid. So in Peace Blossom, she was on level 126, and Winston's like, maybe we should stop. And she's like, no, get away from her. I don't want to stop. Then, meanwhile, they was like, we haven't stopped anything. Astral and Morgan was like, we didn't stop anything. And Brendoni's like, well, I'm going to do something. So Brendoni went and locked the door that Peter was in, Devin's dad, Mr. Quince, the bathroom. He locked them in there, him in there, so now the meeting is going to be, like, late and stuff. So then Tress then was trying to help Devin, so he was like, go sit down by Haley. So then he was like, all I do is say dumb stuff. So he went to go sit down by Haley, but then Haley sat over by Tristan. So then he started making chicken jokes, and Tristan started laughing like, oh my god, he's so funny. So then Haley was fake laughing with him. So then he was like, I see you heads up with those fries. Let me catch up to you. Get it? Because catch up. I like that joke. So anyway, so he's like, yeah. Tristan was like talking him up and saying how he's funny and how he's amazing. He's definitely prom king material. So Haley's like, really? Prom king? Well, talk to me. So that got her attention when he said that. Then when he said that, Haley's like, I know you're using Tristan to get to me, and I'm using you to get to Tristan. So we both using each other. So let's just stop, because you'll never be one of my boyfriends, but you'll be part of my little clique. So she gave him a little Haley Grimm book to read up on, so he can be one of her friends. So then he told Tristan, and Tristan's like, oh man, I'm sorry, you got friends on. He's like, no, it's okay, I know she's not the right girl for me, but now she's all eyes on you again. So Tristan's like, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Winston was following Peace Blossom, and he took the phone from her, and he was like, it's a dark, dark space you going in. So she's like, no, it's not. So he's like, you need balance. She's like, I got balance. So she got up there and, like, basically almost fell. And I like how Peace Blossom is funny. Tori Webster, you know, is playing her now. And I like how she's funny. I like the little comedy. She got her humor. I think it's cool. She's bringing some fresh jokes to the show, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's like, you bit me, you growled at me, you threatened to have Edgar eat me. Then she's like, oh, he wasn't gonna eat you. He don't like British cuisine. So then Versity was doing something creepy in the corner, glamming in and out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You need to go. Like, you crazy. And Asher, Morgan, and Brendoni, they was in a meeting trying to tell the other people that, you know, you can't do this. And she started glowing and flying. So they're like, what are you doing climbing up there? How do you get up there? So they was like, oh no, she's on her tippy toes. She's okay. But she was like, you know, the force is about nature and humans connecting. We all caught up in our technology, and it's like, we need to connect more with the nature. So he's like, yeah, I did build my first tree fort there. So the woman was like, yeah, Brian, I bet that was an amazing tree fort. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to think about this. I didn't want my personal, you know, beliefs to get caught up in this, but I think I just did. So we left. But Peter was like, well, what are you doing here, guys? And then he was like, she glimmered them. So then they was like, what just happened? So they was like, you late. So then he was like, what? So then he was like, we may have some misgivings about your little meeting, Peter. So he was like, misgivings. And he was like, don't make him say it again, Brian. Don't make Brian say it again. So he was like, oh, you can say it again if you want to. Anyway, so then the whole meeting was over. So it's like, what's going to happen now? Then Morgan and Brendoni and Asher, they was talking. Morgan was like, we just broke into a government building and stopped the meeting. And Brendoni tried to pat himself in the back, but it didn't work. So then she was like, well, she hasn't thought about, you know, Tristan once all through that day. So then Devin came home. Uh-oh, not good. Because then Asher was talking to her Stone, and she just wanted to be with her mom and dad, but she knew that she had to do the right thing and not do the easy thing, just run home to mommy and daddy. She had to go fight for what she wanted and to do true bravery. So then the king was like, that's true. So then Versatillo was like, you blinded because that's your kid. And they dismissed her, and she's like overstepping. And they was like, well, we do have to hide some stuff from Asher. What are they hiding? What are they going to get rid of dad, Peter, huh? What are you going to do, get rid of him? Anyway, so then Peace Blossom said the game changed her. One of her games was called Walnut Shells, and you hit them together. And Winston was like, okay. But then he started doing it, then he loved the game. So then it was the whole new episode. Asher was still talking to her Stone. It kind of seemed kind of weird, but she's recording something basically. And she was like, you know, we waiting for the building permit still. And they waited for the building permit still. So Devin, you know, made Tex-Mex Olay. So then the city's council turned down the permits, and Brendoni spoke Chinese, so they're going to get Chinese food because the dad did not feel like cooking. So Brendoni was like, my stomach's trying to go around the world in 80 burps. So Morgan and Asher was like, we did it. We saved the wars, no more building. And they was celebrating. So then Devin was like, why are you celebrating that my dad did not get his thing done? He worked so hard on this, and I know that's probably paying their bills, so now they're gonna have to be on the street. See? So then, they felt bad about it. So then the queen was like, I feel bad for that other. And the king was like, I baby just saved the world. Yes, girl, she slay. That's basically what he said. So then verse 2 was taken away, Peace Blossom and Winston scrap, but then she arrested Winston for taking trees, and Edgar started removing them, and Peace Blossom was like, wow, I'll wait for you. But then she got distracted. And I'm like, verse 2 is so evil. What is she going to get out of taking Winston away? I don't get that. So then Devin won't talk to Morgan and Astral, and Morgan gave him an apple, and then, the center really meant a lot to his dad, and the principal came in telling him to turn in their paper about going to city council. So he was like, the same day my dad went to city council, y'all went to city council, so what did y'all do? So then he was like, I thought we was best friends, Morgan, but I guess not. So then the principal was trying to talk to Haley, and she pretended to be on her phone, but then she was like, why does elders always have to use their last name when they are serious? I like how outfit too, was cute. So she's like, you gotta make up that incomplete studies that you had, or you need a failing grade, you won't be able to graduate with honors. So it was Little Miss Exploding Cake. Haley got sat next to Brendoni, and the teacher got fake arrows and hair, and they like basically in the home ec. So he cracked 2 eggs at once, and he was like, I'm so over you, cause like over it's like something about eggs. He said some fact. So I'm just like, what, you weird. But he's really good at cooking, so we'll see how this work out. Meanwhile, they was charging Winston with everything. So the queen was like, we gotta treat him like any other normal citizen here in Athenia. No, so now you gotta send him to the bogs of Nevermore. But then the king was like, well, if he's any other citizen here, he has to have a trial first. Good, you're looking out, king. So then Astral wants to tell Devin the truth. Then Morgan was like, no, because he won't see the truth, because it is going to look like in his eyes his dad is doing something wrong, and that's the guy he always looked up to when he grew up. So now we can't do that. So Morgan was like, do not tell him. But then she went and told him. She was like, he's like, you just an extension with no accent. What's wrong with you? I want to talk to you. So then she was like, started floating. She was like, I don't need a plane to go somewhere because I can just fly. So then he was like, what? And then he fainted. Meanwhile, Peace Blossom was Winston's defense attorney, so she was just practicing ways to say law, and he's gonna basically go to jail. It's not gonna work for him. Then Brendoni made his cake, and Haley kept scratching. She had the hives, and he made everything. He's an artist, and he gets to eat what he studies, so that's why he's so good in home ec and basically not good in biology. So, she won't let one class get her in trouble, so then she tried to do it, but then the tub of flour exploded on her face, so then she just started freaking out. She was like, what? This is what being a loser feels like. So Brendoni's like, come on, this is not the Haley I know. You gotta do better. So she's like, she told him about the what ruined her, the assignment that ruined her. So she was trying to make a chocolate vinegar cake, which that sounded disgusting from the jump. But somehow the place blew up because I guess she was trying to use flour vinegar, but she used baking soda and vinegar, and that's never good. So it blew up. So then he was like, the Haley I know laughs in the chocolate cake's face. So she went into that class, and she's gonna do it. Yeah. So then Dem was like, how are you doing that? And Morgan was like, you can't tell anyone. So, she's going to get ripped apart by the government and all this. So then he was like, okay. So then he just left. I'm like, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell him or not? Because she is either Astral's home is going to get ruined or Devin's home is going to get ruined, because that was probably his dad's check coming in. Either way, somebody's house is about to get all tipsy-turvy. I don't know what's happening. So Winston was on trial, and Versace was trying to prosecute him and get his sentence, but then the queen went and microsized and flew somewhere else, and then all Peace Blossom did was just sing law until she started saying law words like sustained and sidebar and all that stuff, all the words to learn from Law and Order. She just started saying all that, and then Versace was like, you just been speaking gibberish. You just been speaking silly ramblings for the past 10 minutes. And so Peace Blossom was like, none of my ramblings are ever silly. Except for this one time. But then she was like, Winston loved this place. And then he told them about the dying bush. And the king was like, why didn't I know about this dying bush? And he was like, because Versace was saying we couldn't tell you. So he was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh, I'm sorry. So then he was like, okay, can you fix the bush? So then Winston was like, yeah. Because then the queen came back with the bush showing it was dying. So he's like, okay, well, you're free to go ahead and protect this land and fix the bush. And it was like amazing. So they did it. Peace Blossom did it. Awesome job, Peace. Because she helped him out, because she proved everything how he was good to the thing. And Versace was so bad. I'm like, why are you so evil, you evil lady? She's just too evil. So then Devin told Morgan, how can you tell me? So they told him about Brendoni. He's like, what? I let Brendoni sleep in my laundry hamper. So then, they was about to get in trouble with more homework. So then he's like, you didn't even give me a chance to handle it. So Brendoni helped Haley with the chocolate cake, and they gave her flour. It wasn't flour, it was baking soda. She's like, so it was the teacher's fault this whole time. It was your fault. And so then he was like, what? No. So then she's like, I'm gonna press charges. So she told the principal, and Brendoni was eating the cake. She was trying to get the principal to eat the cake, but the cake was good. So the Haley was like, what? So Haley did want to tell Brendoni thank you, but she didn't. But I know she deep down she did want to tell him thank you, because it tasted good, he said. So good job, Haley. So now she can graduate with honors, even though she's kind of mean. So So then Ashley was talking to her stone again, saying how it's hard, you know, trying to do this and that. Then she was trying to be friendly to Devin, and her mom came flying in. So Devin was like, this ain't real, you ain't real, I'm leaving. But then she's like, I'm a cool mom, I didn't feel right about doing this, but you saved my home. But please do not say nothing about Ashley because she'll die, basically. So then the dad came in there. Okay, well, we got to go eat, go to Snugs, and it's okay. But then she's like, farewell, Peter. So then he came in like, who said that? Then there was nobody in there, so that was it. Then next week, Ashley sees the perfect dress, but she's going to get a job and get some money. But now, the queen is questioning Versatude's actions. I would question her too, because she's shady. She like shady all the way. Like, she's look evil. With those scary twigs in her hair, like Peace Blossom said. Like, I'm just like, why aren't they seeing that she's trying to purposely do something? Why aren't they seeing that? Like, who is she to them? All I know is she's a king's side chick. That's all I know. Because what is she, their assistant? Because they can get somebody else to do that. Somebody less evil. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this review. Like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this episode if you liked it. If you cannot wait to see next week's episode. And do not forget to subscribe to our new channel because we're moving Chi-Nola. The link's in the description below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.